everyone, welcome back to your mat. Today we are going to close out our exploration of the Ashtanga Primary Series short form by visiting backbends, and please don't press stop now, don't let backbends scare you, as well as our poses from the finishing sequence. So when I was a kid, I used to love doing backbends and back handsprings and all the things in gymnastics, and loved backbends. And then there came a time in my adulthood a few years ago where I had a spinal fusion, and my L3 and L4 spines were fused together. I have 4 screws in there holding it together. And I thought, I'm never going to do a backbend ever again. But with rehab, with physical therapy, with learning to love my body for where it is now and not where it was back on the playground and in the gym, I've learned to approach backbends again. And so we're going to explore. All right, we're taking a very modified approach to this. Again, if you were in the full Mysore style Ashtanga Primary Series, there would be teachers walking around that can give you assists to help you move deeper into your backbends. But for now, I'm going to show you 3 variations of the backbend. And I want you to watch first, not do it along with me, so you can hit rewind and watch it again and just listen to my voice. The reason is when you're laying on your back or you're doing anything where you're putting pressure on your neck, you don't want to turn your head side to side, right? The head is an extension of the spine, so we want to make sure that it is grounded, either the back of the head, the top of the head. We want to make sure the shoulders are grounded. So I will call out these 3 expressions, and then again, you can hit rewind as many times as you like, just to begin again and again to explore these poses. So from the top of our mats, we're going to find Dandasana and gently roll onto our backs. Okay, bending your feet, or bending your knees, planting your feet hip distance apart, drawing those heels up towards your hips. Feel the back of your head grounded, the gaze is up, the shoulders are grounded. This is also going to keep the air flow open in your throat. Okay, notice the little curvature in your low back. You're going to start to flatten that out as you engage your pelvic floor and your Uddiyana Bandha, your Mula and Uddiyana Bandha. And a gentle squeeze of the glutes as you start to lift the hips up. As you're lifting the hips up, you're also drawing the belly up and you're drawing the chest up. It's the first step of our back bend, this bridge pose. So press into your feet, press into your palms. Feel the grounding through the back of the head and the shoulders. And then after your 5th exhale, come down. Give yourself a recovery breath, and you can try that one 3 times. Or if you want to explore the second option, pull your heels in a little closer. Flatten out that natural curvature in your low back, little gentle squeeze of the glutes. Lift up. And maybe shimmy your shoulder blades together underneath you so you can interlace your hands and get a little bit more lift through the hips, into the belly, into the chest. Again, the back of the head and shoulders are grounding you, keeping that air flow open. And on the exhale, gently come down. You could try that one 3 times. Right? Or if you're wanting to get towards full back bend, the safest way I've learned in my practice is to start from bridge. So again, flatten out that low part of your back. Gentle squeeze of the glutes, engage those lower bandhas. And then you're going to walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's get my ponytail out of the way. Yeah. Right, so the fingertips underneath the shoulders, we're in bridge. The elbows are pointing up. You're going to take a big inhale. And as you exhale, shift to the crown of your head. Right, walk your hands a little closer under your shoulders. Take a big inhale to prepare. Exhale, push the earth away as you lift up through the hips, through the chest, through the heart. Dropping the head back and shifting the weight towards your hands, towards your chest. Take some nice deep breaths here. And then gently lower back to the crown of the head, to the back of the head, and come down. Counter pose, that heart opening back bend, is a forward fold. So let's roll up to seated. Extend the legs out long in front of you for Dandasana. And then find your expression of Paschimottanasana, reaching up and then lengthening out, a deep forward fold. Moving into a finishing sequence from here, coming back up to seated, Dandasana, gently roll onto your back. With palms pressing, lift the legs up to the sky. Holding here, could be just as far as you go. And this is so great. Taking some pressure off the legs. This is called rest and digest pose, so very calming. But if you're ready to go further, you're going to gently bring the feet past the head so you can place your hands on your low back, hugging those elbows in nice and close to lift the legs up. So Lamba Sarvangasana, frequently known as supported shoulder stand, but Sarvangasana breaks down as sarva, like all, and anga, body parts. So you're supporting all body parts there. You could hold this for 10 to 12 breaths. If you were doing the Mysore style yoga or a full primary series, you might hold it longer. All right, gently lower the legs behind you to Halasana plow pose. So lowering the legs back. If the tops of the feet can touch, you could flex your feet. The next expression would be to try and bring the tops of the feet down. You can keep your hands on your low back, or you could go deeper, interlacing the hands. Supporting the low back with your hands. The next pose from here in our finishing sequence is ear pressure pose. So you're going to bend the knees and give the temples a gentle squeeze. Like forward folding, so we need something heart opening. Bring your hands down to the earth. You're going to create a kind of a cradle for your hips. So bring those fingertips and thumbs close to each other as you unroll the spine. Let your hands catch your low back. And as the legs lower, you just let the upper body lift. Bring those elbows underneath you. Lift up on an inhale through your chest. And exhale, drop your head back. Matsyasana, fish pose. Very heart opening. After 5 breaths, lift the head, kiss the toes, so you can roll onto your back and kind of roll off your arms and legs. Right. Drawing the knees into your chest, give yourself a nice big hug in. There are a lot more poses to explore in the Ashtanga finishing sequence, but in this short form, maybe we'll just shift into something a little bit more Western, find a happy baby, reaching for the outsides of the feet, and gently rock side to side. We're starting to bring our practice to a close, staying low and slow. You can also put a headstand in here as a great way to seal your practice. But we're going to move towards Supta Baddha Konasana, supported bound angle pose. Letting the knees come open like a book, pressing the feet into the hands, and then gently lowering the legs down to the earth, releasing the feet, letting the knees open wide. Bring your arms down to your side, palms to the sky. Send your right foot to the right front corner of your mat, left to left. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let your body soften into stillness. Release control of the Ujjayi pranayama. We're coming into Shavasana. In the traditional Ashtanga practice, this part is actually called Sukhasana, which we refer to as easy pose, seated when we're seated. In the traditional, mixed with the modern, the Western, we put corpse pose, Shavasana, at the end of our practice, and not in a morbid way using the word corpse, but a way of knowing that we're letting go of the practice. We're letting go of control of the breath. And we're allowing ourselves to return to a natural state of breathing and our natural state of peace. Let's just lay here for a few moments, a few minutes, to honor the work we've done. Full gratitude for this ancient practice. and soften into Shavasana. Bringing your awareness back to your body, your breath. You're taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Start to reawaken the body from stillness with small movements, fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Give you a nice big full body stretch, reaching from the toes all the way up through the fingertips. And then drawing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a thank you hug right here for doing it, for carving out this time for your self-care. Gently fall onto your left or right side. Just take one more moment of stillness, honoring what motivated you to step onto your mat. And slowly bring yourself up to seated. Sukhasana, happy pose, easy pose. Letting the hands rest on the legs. Feeling grounded through those sit bones. Long and strong through your spine, all the way up through the crown of your head. Placing your palms together at heart center, gently bowing your head, bowing to honor and recognize the light and love and truth and peace that dwells in all of us. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, eternal peace. Thank you so much for joining today, and I will see you on the next episode of Yoga with Kelly.